a strong recommendation to wear headphones to gain a better experience of voiceover with songs. Jin mumbled while staring at your phone that is ringing. He glanced the caller ID and it's Mrs. Kim, so he smirked. He stepped near the kitchen while picking up the call, but before Mrs. Kim could say a word, he placed your phone on window to let her hear your crying voice. She asked impatiently because your crying echoed in the kitchen, but you didn't hear her because the phone wasn't on speaker and you are not in condition to look around. Jin smirked while staring at your phone, then shortly glanced your messy condition. He tilted his head to right while messing his hair. He sighed in relief as looked up the ceiling with mischievous smirk. You hissed and closed your eyes to bear the pain, but then again tried to put some medicine on your burned hand. Either your hand is trembling to put some ointment, but still, you have to bandage it. Before anyone could see it, your heart is crying, but still you are trying to not show to him. But he is staring you straight while talking on phone. Your chest tightened to hear him, but you chuckled sarcastically that made Jin to raise his eyebrows at your behavior. Then again he said, he standed from couch to ignore your painful situation. Seems like his eyes are blinded to see your pain. His ears are deaf to hear your hissing. He about to pass by your sitting figure, but you said, Jin's steps halted in way, so he turned his face down to you, but found you smiling painfully while looking down at your burned hand. You look up to him, but he is staring you like he is not bothered by your words and pain. Jin rolled his eyes while looking away, so you stand up and stand in front of him, but he cracked his neck left and right while trying his best to not hear you. Jin's eyes stopped on you but found you smiling to him. Then you lift up your burned hand in front of his sight, so he glanced your hand then at your eyes. Jin clenched his jaw and fisted his hand as his eyes turned into dark. Jin's word stopped by you, so he looked at you astonishingly, but you smiled and slowly set his collar with free hand, while smiling proudly to him, trembling Jin's inside. As you fixed his collar, you look up to him while smiling widely. Jin's heart is beating loudly by seeing an unknown feeling in your eyes, but somewhere your smile is scaring him, so he stays silent. You both are staring each other like nothing happened before. Jin slowly held your wrist on his collar as you look at the wrist, then at his eyes. He yanked your hand away and stepped back while staring you straight. Jin turned around and closed his eyes to not show you his condition because he doesn't want to present himself as weak to you. You look at his tensed back and popped veins. Your word cut off and someone burst inside. Jimin and you both look at the door but found Mrs. Kim is running toward you. She is sweating heavily, worries is visible on her face as you are confused to see her in that state. But before you ask, she quickly comes near you and look at your burned hand while gasping. She softly held your wrist so you look at Jin who is smirking behind. You understand what he wants but you will never let him succeed in his plan. She asked like she already knew the answer, so you held her shoulder with freed hand and smiled softly. Jin's smirk disappeared by your answer, so you glance him shortly, but he is glaring you angrily like how dare you to spoil his plan. She starts dragging you outside, but you stop her by making an excuse. She nodded and started leaving the mansion without glancing at Jin, as she doesn't want to argue with him because right now your hand should be bandaged and it's her first priority. You tapped Jin's chest with mischievous smile before leaving the mansion. As you left, Jin threw the vase on floor in anger while brushing his hair back multiple times. He is angry because his plan is spoiled to hurt you and to let his parents know that he is torturing you so that they will file a divorce, but always you protected him like you did now, that he hated the most. She sighed in relief as you smiled in response, then glanced at your bandaged hand. She looked at you with motherly smile, but still you can see her eyes that is showing worries and concern for you. You nodded slowly, so she pulled out the paper bag of your medicine. You cut her off while placing your hand over her. So she looked at your hand, then at your eyes. You are smiling to her in assurance. She smiled as she found you giving her courageous smile, then nodded in acceptance. She placed palm on your cheek, so you held her hand over your cheek. Tears slipped from the corner of her eyes as she looked away to hide it from you. But you don't have any courage to console her. You don't know what to do now and how to console her. So you decided to stay quiet, but then your eyes caught the road that make you confused. You understand she is taking you back to home because she wants you to take a good rest. But you are restless. You want to see the Ray's entertainment industry's condition by your eyes because today's morning news is making you desperate even more. You know that she will never give you attention. Mr. Kim is following Mr. Cha, who is not giving any attention to Mr. Kim, but seems like he desperately wants Mr. Cha to hear him once. Mr. Shah stopped abruptly with heavy sigh, then turned to face Mr. Kim. Mr. Kim looked around as he saw the whole office is looking at him with pity eyes. So Mr. Kim take heavy breath before saying, Mr. Cha chuckled sarcastically, embarrassing Mr. Kim, so he looked away, trying best to not burst out. Mr. Cha placed hand on Mr. Kim's shoulder, so Mr. Kim looked at his hand, then at Mr. Cha. Everyone looked toward the direction of voice and confused to see you standing with bossy gaze. Mr. Kim looked at you, then Mrs. Kim, who is standing beside you with teary eyes. She is crying to show her husband is insulting in front of his own company. But then you held her hand and start stepping near Mr. Kim and Mr. Cha. Soon you stand close to them. You look at Mr. Cha sharply. Mr. Kim looked at Mrs. Kim in confusion, so she smiled weakly and signaled him to let you speak. He laughed sarcastically, so you chuckled deeply, then snatched the file from his hand and started reading it. You cursed his storyline and threw all the papers on his face, Mr. Cha about to yell on you, but you stepped near him while glaring him. Mr. Cha looked at you straight, then glanced Mr. Kim shortly. Mr. Kim smiled as you held his hand and pressed it between palms, while giving a assuring smile. Your eyes are telling him that you are with him, so he doesn't need to worry. Mr. Kim twitched his eyebrows in confusion, so Mr. Cha chuckled, taking your attention.
I think it's so cute.
You close your eyes in anger before pulling out the envelope from your blazer to show him. As Mr. Cha read the industry's name, his eyes come out of socket, so you smirked. You step near him and look at him sharply with mischievous smirk. Jungkook clapped in excitement while swinging around. He is smiling widely as Taehyung is also smiling while sipping the red wine. Jungkook again laughed loudly, then glanced at the maid to order. Taehyung smiled widely as they shared the glass with each other. Then Jungkook sipped the wine while looking the wall with blank smile. Jungkook nodded, then rested his head on couch while looking up the ceiling in satisfaction. Taehyung nodded, so Jungkook smiled to see the ceiling as his mind recalled something. Jungkook smirked, then looked at Taehyung while bending toward him as his both elbows rested on knees. He looked at the glass that is half filled with red wine.